Y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or right. So today I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man. This man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else. And
worse, because sources say that Diddy's being denied his special medication, man, and he seems to be deteriorating even more, man. Hey, that's the word on the street, y'all.
Baby oil. All right. Praise the Lord, baby oil. Don't ever not include baby oil in your love life. You are missing one of the great inventions. Baby oil ain't really for babies.
It's finally getting serious. The rumors surrounding Diddy and Gena are exploding online again, but many of the biggest claims remain unverified. Gena has been speaking out on social media about serious health struggles and suggesting that someone from her past may have played a role. Still, it's important not to present speculation about anyone's private medical history as confirmed fact. Gena has also described going through an extremely difficult period with her health, saying things became so serious that people around her were deeply worried about her condition. Her appearance reportedly changed dramatically during that time, which only caused even more questions and rumors to spread online. Then, another controversial claim started making the rounds. According to online chatter attributed to someone allegedly connected to the facility where Diddy is being held, rumors about his private health supposedly began circulating among people inside. However, those claims have not been reliably confirmed, and stories involving someone's confidential medical information should be treated carefully. Even before Gena's latest comments, people online had already been trying to connect her health struggles to a famous person. That speculation grew almost immediately after she first shared her story, with viewers debating who she could have been referring to and whether there was more behind the scenes than the public knew. However, people online didn't seriously start connecting Diddy to Gena's story until about a year later, when Cassie filed her widely reported lawsuit and made major allegations about what allegedly happened behind closed doors. Before that, Gena had already hinted that her health problems might somehow be connected to experiences around entertainment industry parties, so viewers quickly started putting their own theories together. According to Gena's account, she had been dealing with a serious health condition for years before finally getting the answers she needed. During that long period, she says doctors initially believed she was suffering from other illnesses, while her health continued to decline. By the time she finally received a clearer diagnosis, she was facing major physical challenges.
for my peace of mind, my sanity, and my clarity, this has been nagging at me for a while, and I've brushed it away. But there's so much stuff that has come up, and there's things that, I was exposed to some things, and it's so hard to say.
Gena said her weight had dropped dramatically. Her legs had become extremely weak, and she had to work hard to regain her mobility. She also described experiencing serious problems with her vision. That's one reason her story hit people so hard. While Gena says she was struggling just to understand what was happening to her body, social media users began questioning whether another person could have known more about the situation. But there's no verified evidence establishing who, if anyone, was responsible for her condition. According to Gena, she believes her serious health condition may be connected to a male celebrity she says she had an on and off relationship with for years. This wasn't something she described as a brief encounter either. Gena made it sound like they had a long and complicated history together. She also claimed there had previously been contact with authorities because of serious allegations involving this person. But according to Gena, something brought all those emotions rushing back. She said she saw an interview where the unnamed person was casually discussing sensitive health issues while appearing to carry on with life as usual. Seeing that reportedly hit her hard, especially after everything she says she had endured. Gena has described becoming dangerously underweight, dealing with major vision problems, and struggling through years of frightening health complications without clear answers. So from her perspective, watching someone she believed might be connected to her situation casually appearing on camera was extremely upsetting. Still, Gena made one important point clear. She wasn't prepared to publicly identify the person without evidence to support her suspicions. She indicated that she wanted to approach the matter through proper legal channels instead of making an unsupported public accusation. And keeping the name private was probably the smartest move. When major celebrities are involved, legal teams can move quickly, and making a serious accusation without strong evidence can create major legal problems. But the internet rarely waits for proof before people start investigating for themselves. Once Gena shared pieces of her story, social media users immediately began searching old interviews, timelines, locations, and public reports for anything they thought might connect the dots. Gena previously said she went through a period of housing instability while living in New York and was in an extremely vulnerable situation. Because New York has also appeared in various public allegations surrounding Diddy's social scene, some people online started wondering whether there could be a connection. That theory spread quickly, even though being in the same city during a certain period doesn't prove that two people ever crossed paths. Some online speculation has suggested that Gena could have attended an industry gathering while she was struggling financially and personally.
That they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years. And in that time frame, I was living in New York City and I was homeless. I did get a couple times, not something I like to talk about. I have had a couple free tattoos, so it could have been a dirty needle. I don't know.
From there, people began theorizing that something serious might have happened during that chapter of her life. But this part needs to stay clear. Gena has not publicly confirmed Diddy as the unnamed celebrity she was referring to, and there is no verified evidence establishing that he was responsible for her health condition. The timing and location may have sparked questions, but questions are not proof. And there's another controversial story that pushed the online conversation even further. Claims surrounding a supposed book connected to Kim Porter began circulating after an alleged email involving someone described as a publisher surfaced online. According to those unverified claims, the material contained disturbing allegations about Diddy and Usher, including suggestions that Usher may have been exposed to age-inappropriate adult environments when he was young. Those claims should not automatically be treated as authentic, especially because the origins and reliability of the alleged material have faced serious questions. And the alleged email didn't stop there. It reportedly made additional claims involving Diddy and Usher's private lives, including extremely sensitive health allegations and supposed behind-the-scenes material. The message also claimed there had been a major confrontation involving Usher's mother. However, because these statements come from disputed and unverified material, they shouldn't be repeated as established facts or treated as proof that any of those events actually happened. One reason the story gained so much attention online was that viewers thought parts of it sounded similar to rumors that had circulated for years. People especially pointed back to a widely reported 2017 legal case involving Usher, where a woman made allegations concerning a private health matter. Her accusations quickly became headline news and sparked a much bigger conversation online. According to reports about her claims, the woman alleged that important health information had not been shared with her while they were involved. She said she only began questioning what had happened after experiencing concerning health issues herself, and later seeing reports online discussing allegations about Usher's medical history. Those accusations helped revive older internet theories, but they still don't prove that the separate claims in the alleged email were true, or that the different stories were actually connected. Anyway, the rumors about Diddy's private health only became louder once his trial began, and people started closely analyzing his appearance.
Right. So today, I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man that I was sexually with for a few years, and I actually had feelings for this person. And let's just say this interview put a very bad light on this person.
Some viewers claimed he looked noticeably different and appeared to have lost some weight. That immediately triggered speculation across social media, with people trying to connect those changes to different health theories. But appearance and weight changes can happen for countless reasons, especially during a stressful legal situation. So none of that is evidence of any particular medical condition. Up until then, the health conversation remained nothing more than online speculation. Then reports began circulating that Diddy had allegedly been separated from other people at the facility, following some kind of disagreement. Online accounts claimed the situation may have started after another person made comments about the controversial allegations surrounding him. However, many of the dramatic details being shared online were never officially confirmed. When officials were asked about the situation, they declined to reveal specific information about his housing or whether any disciplinary action had taken place. A spokesperson for the Federal Bureau of Prisons told News Nation, "For privacy, safety, and security reasons, We do not release information regarding the conditions of confinement for any inmate, including housing assignments. The spokesperson added, nor do we discuss whether a particular inmate is the subject of allegations, investigations, or sanctions. So, while the internet kept running with theories, the official response left the biggest questions unanswered. But like I mentioned earlier, the story took another turn when an unnamed source reportedly shared new claims with several media outlets. According to that source, people inside the facility had supposedly heard rumors about Diddy's private health. The source went even further, claiming that important personal items connected to his medical care had allegedly been interfered with. However, there's no reliable public confirmation that any of this actually happened, and a person's medical status should never be assumed from anonymous rumors. Online speculation then tried to explain why someone inside the facility would allegedly target him, with some users connecting it back to accusations made by other people, including Gena. But that connection remains speculation. There's no verified evidence showing that the rumored incident inside the facility happened for that reason, or even that the underlying health rumor is accurate. Then there's a separate lawsuit filed by an anonymous man, identified publicly as John Doe, which added another serious allegation to the conversation.
And I've dealt with cops over this person due to sex conduct stuff that I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else, and I don't know how to just brush it off anymore, because it's like, what if? You know, what if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life?
According to reports about the lawsuit, the man claimed he was working as a music industry intern in late 2014 when he attended an after-party in Valverde that was allegedly hosted by Diddy. The man claimed the night started normally. He said he was there to network, meet people, and enjoy the event while trying to build his career in the industry. But after having a small number of drinks, he alleged that he suddenly began feeling unusually disoriented. According to his account, something felt seriously wrong, and before he fully understood what was happening, he says he lost awareness of the situation. According to the anonymous man's lawsuit, the next thing he remembered was waking up in an alarming situation and believing that Diddy was involved in serious, inappropriate conduct. That remains an allegation, and the details have not been established as fact. Because of the sensitive nature of the claims, it's important to separate what the lawsuit alleges from what has actually been proven. Meanwhile, the online conversation expanded to include several huge celebrity names supposedly seen around Diddy's social circle. Beyoncé was one of the names dragged into internet speculation, including an unverified rumor about alleged private footage involving her and Diddy. There is no reliable evidence confirming that such footage exists, so that claim should be treated strictly as internet gossip. Then DaBaby's appearance on Club Shay Shay sparked even more chatter after he discussed being around Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy in a private setting. Naturally, social media users started dissecting every detail, but simply being at the same gathering doesn't establish involvement in anyone else's alleged misconduct. Things got even messier when Tia, who has publicly had issues with Rick Ross, reportedly went on Instagram Live and made explosive claims about him. She alleged that Rick traveled to Miami because he was concerned about potentially facing increased scrutiny following the attention surrounding Diddy.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here.
She also made unverified claims that private footage involving Rick could exist and might eventually be provided to investigators. But without verified evidence, those statements remain allegations, not established facts.
You should have been shut this big mouth hole up. You know it. You know it. Sip your fruit back. I'm mad right now. Ain't hit me and my baby prom in 2 weeks. I'm finna go and let out. Turn that down, man. Turn it down. It's quiet right now. What you quiet for?
And remember when 50 Cent posted that photo of Diddy and Rick Ross during a performance? The image caught them at an awkward angle that immediately sent social media into detective mode. People started making jokes and creating their own theories about what the picture supposedly showed, even though a single frozen moment from a live performance can easily look completely different without the full context.
Nobody want to see your Louis outfits and sneakers. Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hugs now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent a motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag. But I'm not finna play with you. I'm not.
Then, Oprah Winfrey's name started getting pulled into the online conversation. People resurfaced old photos and public appearances showing her around influential celebrities and major entertainment events, and suddenly every image was being examined like it contained some hidden clue. But attending the same events or moving within overlapping celebrity circles doesn't prove that someone knew about, participated in, or supported another person's alleged behavior.
Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
That distinction matters because social media can turn ordinary celebrity connections into something much bigger almost overnight. A photo, an old interview, or a shared event can quickly become the foundation for a wild theory, even when there's no solid evidence behind it. In Oprah's case, people online began questioning what she might have known about different powerful figures she encountered throughout her career. Still, being photographed with someone or appearing at the same industry gathering isn't proof of involvement in anything happening privately. The internet may keep digging through old pictures and connections, but those theories need actual evidence before they can be treated as anything more than speculation. And if you thought the story couldn't get any more chaotic, Cat Williams' appearance on Club Shay Shay opened up a completely different lane of industry drama. During the interview, Cat called out several major entertainment figures and made bold claims about how certain people supposedly built their careers. His comments instantly went viral, and viewers started digging through years of old interviews and celebrity feuds looking for anything that might back up what he was saying. Steve Harvey became one of the biggest names pulled into that conversation. Cat accused Steve of borrowing heavily from Bernie Mac's comedy style and questioned how Steve rose through the entertainment industry. He also brought up the long-running tensions surrounding Bernie and Steve's relationship. Those were Cat's claims, though, and internet theories shouldn't automatically be treated as proven facts. Steve initially didn't give the controversy much attention, but months later he publicly pushed back against Cat. During one appearance, Steve reminded people that he came from a tough background and suggested he wasn't intimidated by confrontation.
Hater who is, and you'll never have a hater that's doing better than you. Always know that. Don't get off the wall to dress some any boy who ain't got shit for himself. Now you done stopped your climb up on the wall so you can come down here and talk to his little kid. Don't do that, man. I stay away from it. Now do I want to? Yes.
His response immediately caused another wave of clips, reactions, and old footage to start circulating online. That's when social media detectives went into overdrive. Videos involving Steve and Diddy resurfaced, and some viewers tried connecting old jokes and comments to the much more serious allegations now surrounding Diddy. But those clips can easily lose their original context when reposted years later, so they don't prove Steve participated in any alleged inappropriate activity. Still, the timing was enough to send the internet straight back into debate mode. And those resurfaced clips weren't the only reason people started looking deeper into Steve Harvey's old connections. Social media users began pulling up photos, interviews, and appearances involving Steve and other major entertainment figures, trying to figure out whether Cat Williams was pointing towards something bigger when he made those comments on Club Shay Shay. But once again, being photographed with somebody or attending the same celebrity events doesn't automatically mean there was anything questionable happening behind the scenes. What made Cat's interview hit differently was how confidently he spoke about the entertainment industry. He suggested that certain celebrities had made questionable choices to protect their careers, while others supposedly stayed quiet because speaking up could cost them opportunities. Those were broad allegations, though, and Cat didn't provide evidence connecting every person mentioned online to specific wrongdoing. That didn't stop viewers from digging through old footage. Suddenly, jokes and comments that barely received attention when they were originally made were being reposted with completely different interpretations.
But hey, you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say. I'll never know, right? But I just don't like seeing stuff like that. I wake up and it ruins my whole day because I'm like, I don't think about this stuff for that reason because I don't want to even, I can't do anything about it. I have it now. I'm half blind from it. I'm dealing with it.
Some clips were years old, Yet people were analyzing every sentence as though it contained a secret confession. And that's where things started getting tricky, because internet detectives weren't only focused on Steve anymore. Other familiar names began appearing in the discussion as viewers compared Kat's comments with old interviews and stories from people who had spent years working around powerful entertainment circles. One particular set of resurfaced comments caught people's attention because it described just how strange some of those private celebrity gatherings could supposedly become, and those resurfaced comments opened up another side of the story. Several entertainers have spoken over the years about attending exclusive Hollywood gatherings where the atmosphere supposedly changed once the public-facing part of the night was over. Some described seeing unusual behavior, while others simply hinted that there were certain rooms and private areas they wanted absolutely nothing to do with. That distinction matters, because witnessing a strange atmosphere isn't the same as witnessing actual wrongdoing. Once those interviews resurfaced, viewers started comparing them with Cat Williams' comments about protecting yourself in the entertainment business. Cat has repeatedly suggested that he turned down situations that made him uncomfortable, and that maintaining boundaries sometimes came with a professional cost. His stories gave people a new reason to revisit old celebrity interviews that once sounded like harmless jokes. But social media can stretch a vague comment way beyond what somebody actually said. A celebrity saying, "I left early," or admitting that a party felt uncomfortable, can quickly become a much bigger claim after thousands of reposts. There's a huge difference between someone describing an awkward experience and accusing specific people of misconduct, especially when there's no evidence connecting the two. Still, one detail kept appearing in these older stories. Some guests claimed there was a clear divide between the main event and what happened later in more private settings. According to those accounts, certain celebrities knew exactly when it was time to leave, while others stayed behind.
You did this to me and you've been fronting to me about, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. I don't know what to do, but I'm not gonna say too much. I'm just gonna let it go. It's just too much that I've been seeing and I'm hearing is giving me, you did this to me.
That brought fresh attention to an older interview where one well-known entertainer explained why he allegedly made a point of leaving those gatherings early. That older interview brought Jamie Foxx into the discussion, after clips resurfaced of him talking about the wild celebrity parties he attended earlier in his career. Jamie has publicly told stories about throwing his own events and crossing paths with some of the biggest names in entertainment, including Diddy. In the original context, many of those stories were told as funny Hollywood memories, not accusations of wrongdoing. But once the allegations surrounding Diddy became public, people started watching those old clips through a completely different lens. Every joke, facial expression, and reference to a private gathering suddenly seemed suspicious to internet detectives. Some viewers even claimed Jamie must have known more than he ever publicly admitted, but there's no verified evidence proving that simply attending those events gave him knowledge of anything improper. Other celebrities faced the same treatment. Old interviews where entertainers joked about leaving certain parties early were clipped, reposted, and presented as if they were warnings. In reality, a celebrity deciding to leave an event doesn't prove what happened after they walked out the door. Context matters, especially when a decades-old story gets mixed with newer allegations. Cat Williams' comments helped bring many of these forgotten interviews back into circulation because he had already spoken about setting boundaries in Hollywood. That made viewers curious about which entertainers had made similar comments long before the current controversy. One name that kept resurfacing was someone who had openly joked about knowing when a celebrity party had reached the point where it was time for him to head home. From there, even more old footage started resurfacing. One batch included clips of Steve Harvey joking about his personal routines and talking about using baby oil in private situations. Those comments were originally made in a humorous context, but once the Diddy controversy became a major story, social media users started attaching completely different meanings to them. Of course, an old joke or personal comment isn't proof that Steve participated in any of the activities alleged elsewhere. People also had plenty to say about the sensitive health rumors surrounding this story. Some commenters expressed concern about the situation and emphasized the importance of being open with partners about serious health matters. However, these are simply reactions and speculation from people online. There is no verified evidence confirming the health rumors surrounding Diddy or establishing that he was responsible for anyone else's health problems. And that brings us back to Gena. Her story has clearly made people revisit years of celebrity rumors, old interviews, lawsuits, and party stories. But some of the biggest claims discussed throughout this video remain allegations or internet speculation. Gena herself has not publicly provided verified evidence identifying Diddy as the person responsible for her condition, so that distinction matters. Now I want to hear what you think. What do you make of Gena speaking publicly about her experiences? And what do you think about all the celebrity names people have tried to connect to these parties? Remember, simply attending the same event doesn't prove involvement in anything inappropriate. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who follows celebrity news, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. And when you're done, click the video on your screen to check out another story.